Hey there! Just switched over to my other form while we do a little bit of a Magic the Gathering end to the stream. So I am going to go ahead and get my YouTube back where I need it to because things never are quite as simple as they should be. There we go. Refresh the page. There we go. Got the bonus stream. Grab that link. Open it up. Pop out that chat so I can see what you guys say. Make sure it's set to live. There we go. Alright, and posting in the Discord so that people are able to easily find the new stream. There we go. Alright, let's get this party started. Let's actually go in and throw into a match. So this deck I've built using some of the new stuff and a bit of the old stuff. So if you see something you don't recognize, chances are it's one of the newer cards. Ooh, Azathoth. Alright. Well, I'm gonna mulligan this. There we go. Better. Yeah, this is a completely new deck, so don't worry about it. I literally built this last night or tonight. But yeah, this deck, it uses some of the newer cards from March of the Machines. Go. Okay. Well, that was a win, I guess. Let's try that again. But yeah, this deck basically what it does is it puts counters on things. Lots of counters. It makes things big and mean and very hard to defeat. But it's not exactly fast, so more often than not I get killed by aggro decks. Gotcha, that's interesting lore. So, the newest set is March of the Machines, and the Phyrexians, which have been like these villains in the Magic the Gathering lore for a long time, these machines that want to assimilate and change people, they have found a way to access all the different planes across the multiverse, and their whole job, or their whole goal is to assimilate and conquer everything. And so everybody's fighting against them to stop them. I'm hearing defeat noises, or is that victory? Draw. That's odd. Something's going on, apparently. So yeah, there's basically battles going across the multiverse. Dark Wolf's avatar there, that's Elish Norn. She's one of the leaders of the Phyrexians. My character is Nahiri. She used to be a planeswalker, but now she's completed and has joined the bad guys. No, let's get rid of Drown and Ichor because we got two of them. So already I'm getting one of my newer cards, Copy of the Whispered Hopes. It's a, it makes it so that whenever I put a +1/+1 counter on something, I get an additional +1/+1 counter. Darn. That's not like my, my shrine. Also, it's a mana ramp, so... Let's do it. So, Drown in Ichor is nice because it literally deals -4/-4 to an opponent's monster, and you can then proliferate, which
Style,
is
grace, poise. Traits, of course I can improve on ancient designs.
basically it proliferates a mechanic that I've grown quite fond of.
You don't appreciate art.
And that's a Healy. Oh. I'm gonna have to get rid of that.
Exactly what the
somehow.
metal wants to be.
They're using a lot of proliferate too with experimental augury. There we go.
I've got some good ideas for next time.
I spent too much time fighting Saheeli and not enough time fighting them. Alright, I'm gonna do Fertilid's Favor on myself. I'm gonna get some of my missing mana. Namely, black. That Enigma Goliath's gonna be a pain. Then that's why. How many? Yeah, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create X/1/1 red. The Scrivener's gotta do it. I gotta get rid of that guy. Hi!
So long as I draw breath, hope will never falter. You've earned my blessing.
So as you can see, my deck does really good at making things really big, really quickly. But I just left myself open, and that was a mistake. I've lost this match. Darn it. That's it if they don't realize it, but I'm literally laying open. There's 13 damage between these 8 creatures. Yep. She's also one of the new ones right here, Archangel Elspeth. Oh, I see what your deck does. Oh, well now they're not artifacts like I thought, never mind.
I have given everything.
How do you bluff? It depends. So if you're playing physically, you know, I mean, I'm not really good at bluffing because I'm very straightforward and literal. But sometimes I will, you know, if a person's gonna attack me, I'm like, are you sure you want to do that? Are you sure you want to leave yourself open? I will ask them things to make them doubt themselves if I'm playing in person. In Arena, you can bluff by leaving some of your mana untapped. If you've got cards in your hand and you leave some of your mana untapped, that usually signals that you've got something that you're waiting for them to make the move to attack. And if they don't consider that, they might attack and think that you're open, and then you play a card and suddenly, you know, you've buffed up your monsters and they can defend. So it really just depends. In Arena, they also have ways that you can force it to pause, where it will ask you for feedback. And it also will automatically do that if you have a card available. So if it keeps defaulting to you during the middle of a battle phase, people can be like, oh, they're up to something. They've got something they can cast right now, or they've got an ability they can activate. So that's one way to bluff. Yeah! Still gonna play with this deck for now. Alright, so we got some blue and not blue, green and white. So I don't have any black cards in my hand, so I don't need that mana right now, but I'm gonna want it. I think I got what I need. Generally speaking, if I don't have the mana to cast anything in my hand, I will do a mulligan. Here's one of my other new cards that's a staple of this deck. The Ozolith, the Shattered Spire. If one or more 1/1/1 counters will be put on an artifact, that many +1 goes up. They're at least playing green-black based off their lands. Azusa's Many Journeys has become a much more common card these days. I see mana ramp. Oh. Yeah, let's do it. So Unruly Mob's kind of cool because whenever another creature I control dies, it puts a +1/+1 counter on it. With Ozolith on the field, that'd put 2. So, right now it's looking good, but if I don't keep up this momentum... Oh, good game. They gave up. Please level up. Alright, let's get ourselves a Thalia and the Gitrog Monster Sleeve. Cool. Ah, March of the Machine. I got a new pack for it. Ooh, Jury, Master of the Review. Sure, the invasion was violent, but where was the beauty? As an artist, I had to intervene. Whenever you sacrifice a permanent, put a +1/+1 counter on Jury, Master of the Review. When Jury dies, it deals damage equal to its power to any target. Alabaster Host Sanctifier. Heliod shines his light on all things, excising the shadows of doubt. Rejoice, for beneath his purifying eyes, Theros is united as one. Oh boy. That's a Phyrexian cleric, yep. Order of the Mirror, Human Knight. Transform Order of the Mirror, activate only as a sorcery. They become Order of the Alabaster Host. The magic mirror of Vantress showed Katrina a twisted vision of black oil and bloody machines. Whenever Order of the Alabaster Host becomes blocked by a creature, that creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. So, things find themselves harder to fight against her. Thunderhead Squadron. Just as all seemed lost, the Griffin Riders of Zalfir arrived with the force of a gathered storm. This one has Convoke, which allows other creatures you control to help reduce the cost of its mana. But for 6 and only getting 3/4, I don't know if it's really that worth it. Even with Convoke, that's a lot of tapped creatures to summon that. Phyrexian Gargantua. Of course I'd rather it hadn't skinned 6 of my best wizards, but as Nightmare Fuel goes, it's truly inspired design. That's from Braids. When Phyrexian Gargantua enters the battlefield, you draw 2 cards and you lose 2 life. And I got Pile On. Destroy target's creature or planeswalker. Surveil 2. Oh wow, that's powerful. Granted, it's a bit expensive if you ask me, but destroying a planeswalker just straight out, not bad. So this latest set, they're doing a lot of classic legendary cards from various different sets, like very popular or very recognizable cards, and they're doing special art of them. So that Master of the Review is from some other set from a while back. Alright, let's switch it up. Let's play a different, here we go. Let's do foil. This one focuses on oil counters. I've been focusing a lot on counters lately. Alright. Blue, green, and white is all I got. So I didn't get any red at all. And most of my stuff is red, so I'm gonna mulligan. Again, with no red. Okay, 6 now. Alana and Elena are amazing cards, but I can't really afford to hold out for them until I get a red. Yeah, you tell him, Fluffy. Oh, and there I got a red. What do you know? So this is a tricolor deck. It's red, green, blue. I know I have a tricolor land that has white, but that's for a couple of my things that have domain. Which, they like having a lot of basic land types, and that one covers 3 by itself. Rask's Forge. Every turn it's going to create a monster for me. And it gets bigger each turn. It is a gamer deck, yes. Granted, the monsters it creates only last for a single turn, but like I said, every turn they get bigger, and with my churning reservoir here, I can make it continue to get bigger each turn. Ah, they've got themselves a Therming Bird. This'll be fun. See, this one's a 3-1 instead of a 1-1 now. I can still block it with that wall, but not for long. I'm gonna summon a bigger guy. I cast Summon Bigger Fish. I assume that was the thing you were going for. 2 monsters with Defender. I'm wondering if they've got a Defender deck. No, I'm not fighting that. So as you can see, proliferate's pretty big. Ah, okay. So proliferate, anything that has a counter on it, be it an oil counter, a +1/+1 counter, or a toxic counter, which these 3 things create, it will make sure that there's an additional one of every type of counter that's on each monster. So the fact that this is putting oil counters on this thing's putting oil counters, and some of my own monsters are going in and doing proliferate, means that I'm quickly ramping up the counters. And if this Tainted Observer can hit them, they'll get toxic counters. 10 of those and you lose the game. And Proliferate can make more of them on any person that already has one. So they're not going to like this Tainted Observer much. And there we go. I really wish people would just play through a match even if they're going to lose. I get why some people don't. You know, some people might not have enough time and they want to make sure they get some good matches in, so when they realize they can't win, they just give up. But in a game where you have objectives, like cast a certain number of things, or destroy a certain number of creatures, or, you know, send enough creatures to battle, it helps to actually play through the match because people can actually have an opportunity to do so. But hey, I get it. Flow of knowledge. Focus your mind. Do you hold a piece of the ocean or 1,000 drops of rain? Draw a card for each island you control, then discard 2 cards. That's cool. And that's from an older set, too, that I didn't have. Alright, let's see. So we've done that. Let's play a different type of deck. Let's play my enchantment deck. Phyrexianized Nahiris. Return to Zendikar to use the Skyclaves to convert the entire plane. Oh, that sucks. Nahiri was very much a ardent defender of Zendikar, and now she is one of their greatest threats. She's also my avatar. So, but oh man, that's brutal. Alright. So, I don't have all the colors that I would like to have, but I do have a Broker's Hideout, which which will at least give me green. If I so choose, and I do. And then once I cast my first white, I can cast a lot of these spells. Oh, you're a life gain deck, I see. Jukai Naturalist is cool because enchantment spells cost 1 less to cast. So both these are now only 1 mana to cast each. As is this. This is only 2 now. And I have a second Naturalist in my hand. If I can keep them alive, this deck is going to go swimmingly. I don't think I said hi to them, so I'll say hi now. Hello, Captain Awesome! Alright. Let's get Roaring Heart on there. Then I'll cast Overgrown Farmland. Boost him up. And give myself another Jukai Naturalist. I have a lot of enchantment creatures in here too, so now they're going to cost 2 less mana to cast. This is a good start for this deck. That's okay, because I'm gonna put this over here. I'm gonna remove him. And play land. If only I could get some glue. This deck, like I said before, it's an enchantment deck. Oh. And I'm going up against a life game deck. It's obvious this is a life game deck. But, it's an enchantment deck. It wants to have as many enchantments on the field as possible to summon extra, spirits and stuff. Resolve. Weaver of Harmony is cool because he can actually make enchantments do twice of what they need to do. So that Touch the Spirit Realm only affects 1 creature normally, but now it affects 2 because he's on the field. Seriously? There we go. It does cost mana to use that ability, though. But I was able to create 2 spirits because of it, so... I need some blue mana. I need it soon. So as you can see, already my Goshintai of Shared Purpose is summoning lots of spirits. Which will be good when I get Hallowed Haunting out, because each spirit that it summons, its power and toughness is equal to the number of spirits out there. Oh. It's over. I have a blue mana, so I can cast Broker's Ascendancy. Which gives a +1/+1 counter to everything on my side of the field every end phase. So everything got a lot bigger. Oh! Wow. Well played. I was doing good until they played White Sun's Twilight. And as you can see, I now have 5 toxic counters. I cannot possibly defend against all 5 of those mites, so I'm gonna have 9 at the end of this. So yeah, good game. Oh, jeez. Yep. That was a good match. They turned it around at the end. Alright, we're gonna do one more round. That was going so much in my favor until they did that. Once you achieve a rank badge, you can't lose it until the season ends. This is true. Yeah, I don't know, like, for a while there, when I had my, this form out, I wasn't really happy with it. It felt off to me, but I've played so long in it and streamed so much in this form, I actually don't mind it as much anymore. This is not a bad setup here. I've got white, blue, green, and a Evolving Wilds. And some low mana creatures to summon, so not bad. Yep, Evil Marie! I like it! Though the official name is Magatsu Mimori, just because Magatsu means calamity, and that was the form I took when I was going through my genocide run. I don't know why the sound of the lasers is interesting, but the fact that it's liquid bothers me. I know what the liquid is, it's an oil, but the fact that it's a QQ, you know, let's do... No, we don't need that. Let's do this one. I'm like, why are you not attacking? It's like, they're I guess they didn't want to risk it, but let's see, yeah, that was mean, and I know it. This stuff Deck is particularly useful against a lot of the decks that are thrown out these days, where they just try to get as many toxic poison counters on you as possible. And this thing does a really good job of getting them off the field. Particularly, there is a specific monster that if you target it, it causes you to does it proliferate, or is it just... No, it just gives you a toxic counter the moment you target it with a spell. But these don't technically target, so they get past its defenses quite easily. Go ahead. Hit me. They got a lot of HP though, so I should start whittling them down quickly. Oh, that's mean. But there we go, I get to resummon it because that one has, Disturb. Or is it a flashback? No, it's neither of those things. Sleep with the fishes! Should have put Jukai Naturalist out first, honestly. No, I refuse. That's going away next turn. They're up to something. They've got a planes. Maybe they aren't up to something, but I'm not so sure. Oh, they weren't up to something after all. Oh, hey, there we go. Let's buff that fish. Because they can't buff, or they can't block the fish. This creature can't be blocked. It is just a fish. Well, that was mean of them. But at least they didn't choose the fish! I got the, I literally got the thing I just sacrificed to use the effect back. So there we go. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little quick bonus session. It's been fun. But I think that's going to be it for me for tonight. So thank you for joining. It's been fun. And next week, I'll probably be back to Undertale. Trying to finally give them all a happy ending. Once I figure out how to unbork my game. Time to actually put a character aspect I haven't used much to action. Hope to see you then. It's been fun. Have a nice night, everyone.